Hi everybody, I'm Verna from Stampin' Notes, and it is Wednesday, March 1st, 2023, and oh my, where did February go? Anyways, I'm here to do my live today and to share with you some beautiful cards with the new stamp set, Irresistible Blooms. It's actually a bundle, and it is available for purchase today. I'm just getting my screen up here. I want to make sure I can see any comments, and there we go. And I will mute myself. So welcome to my studio, and I already see I need to switch back. Let me try doing. Hang on a minute. Okay, let's switch my phone back this way so you can read everything. I have 4 beautiful cards for you today, and they are with the new Irresistible Blooms Bundle. And this is something new Stampin' Up! Is doing. They're having products that are released online only, and this is one of the products that they're releasing today. It has this beautiful stamp set here, and I love the images, floral images in the beautiful fonts, and gorgeous dies and some unique dies. There's a circle here, and I'm going to use it today, and it doesn't really cut out the circle. It cuts out a circle within whatever your cardstock is. This long one here is great. There's 2 blooms and leaves, and then there's these leaves here. And there's 3 smaller leaves, so you can cut out a whole bunch at once. Also, coordinating paper that's just gorgeous. And actually the dies will, some of the dies will die cut some of the images on the designer series paper. There's another leaf that will cut out those, and if you want to, you can line the paper up to cut out more than one at a time. The bloom dies will also die cut flowers from this sheet, so you just line it up on there and then use your Stampin' Cut and Emboss, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or the mini to die cut those out, and there's another die that will cut out the smaller images. The paper's gorgeous. And there's another image with leaves. There's soft floral here. And I love this. Easy to make a beautiful card. Here's some more of the rose images that you can die cut out. I think there's 4 of each. More floral leafy images there. I love this. And they have brought back 2 colors in here that are retired, Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if they'll bring them back in the catalog. And then there are the backs of the image of the paper too. I love that. This one is it that? Oh, this is a soft, like a batik kind of with the greens. The greens in this are soft, succulent, mint macaron, and, no, not mint macaron, soft seafoam, I think, and daffodil delight for yellow. The pink is flirty flamingo. And then the other retired ones that I also mentioned. So there's some really, you can see where I've die cut out here, some really great colors. So if you would like to get the kits, the free kits for the cards that I'm making today, you just have to place an online order in my store, and I will add the link below, of $35 or more, and using this host code at checkout, and I will send you the kits to make 2 of each of the 4 different cards I'm doing today, plus the envelopes. If your order is $50 or more, I will send you the coordinating, these are the loose frosted dots, and they go with this set. They're really beautiful, and I'll be showing them to you today more and sharing them with you. So let's start with card number 1, and I'm kind of flying on the go with this card here. This is soft succulent. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And again, you will get a PDF tutorial with the kits. They won't be sent out until the end of next week when I know how many I have to send, and I will cut them all the time. Hi, Carol. Yes, you won the packet of gems this week. If you want to private message me and send me your mailing address, I'll send them out to you. And thank you so much for sharing and participating. All right, so we have 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've got two coordinating pieces of, actually let's just use one of the Irresistible Blooms Designer Series paper. And for a layer on that, I have a piece of basic white that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I think I left that over here when I cut it. Let me see if this is it. Nope, but I'm going to cut it down. I did something with it. So this is going to be 4 1/8. And you might hear I have my son's dog here, Tucker. He is Havapoo, and they are on vacation in Florida, and they are flying home today. So we have been dog sitting, and he's just a great dog. Enjoyed his company, and he's bringing me a toy right now to play with, which he'll soon find out it's not a good time for that. All right, so we're going to layer this on to this white here, and I'm going to use my Seal Plus and just kind of add a little bit on each side. Okay, and we're going to layer this onto the white. I'm going to move this out of the way. If you hear noise, my studio is below my porch, and it's the wind blowing the porch door. I've got to go up and make that so it's not blowing around like that. Okay, so we're going to layer this onto our base. And if you have trouble with the tape runners, if you have a silicone mat, Stampin' Up! Sells these. They're like $6. All you have to do is run your tape onto that first, and it will work for you. So we're going to layer this on the front and center it just like that. Now I've die cut using the long die, this one right here. So it's pretty long. It's probably 6 inches, the length of it. So you can cut it down and use it for whatever size you want. And I just want it on the side of my card here. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down, and then I'll trim off the ends that are hanging over. And I'm just going to add multi-purpose liquid glue on these larger dots along each of the strands of paper. And it cuts it as one piece of paper. It's not separate strips, which is good. And we'll just kind of dot. This is our Stampin' Up's Tombow glue, and I've put it in a fine tip glue bottle because I like the way it, for one thing, it doesn't get plugged as easily, and I like the finer tip, the finer stream of glue. Okay, and you're gonna have to hold that down. I think what I'm gonna do is set this on that. Nothing will stick to this silicone mat, and I'm just gonna pat it down with the mat like that. Okay, so I have a piece of, this is probably the piece that I cut. Let me see what the measurement is. Yep. So I'm going to use this for scrap, and I'm going to stamp some of the flowers from the stamp set. So we're going to build some flowers on the trellis on the front of the card. So I think I started to tell you that this set is one from their exclusive online product, and I'll show you some more products. They're going to be doing this frequently, and they won't be in a catalog. You'll be able to purchase them only online. And I'm using Flirty Flamingo. Do that again. The problem is I'm stamping on this, so let's move this out of the way. Let's do another one of these, and let's do a smaller rose. Right here like this. And I'm going to color these in with Daffodil Delight. And I think I will just bring my blending brush over and do it that way. You could use a marker, the Stampin' Blends or the Stampin' Right marker. And I'm just going to use this. I've got a piece of scrap paper here. Let's see. So I'm going to start off on the scrap paper and come in like that. And it gives it, this will just give it a soft yellow in there. Like that. And I may come back and add a little bit of petal pink to it. Petal pink is from it has the same warmer tones in it that the Flirty Flamingo does. So there's our flowers. I'm going to grab my petal pink Stampin' Blends. If I can find them, they're right here. And this is the very light one. And I'm just going to color in a little bit here towards the center, making it a little darker, and the bottom of the outer leaves. So it's a little bit darker in the center. And the Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based marker, and they will bleed through onto the other side of your paper, so you want to be careful about what's underneath. The Stampin' Right markers are not alcohol-based. They will not bleed through. I'm not sure I'll use that flower because it didn't stamp very well. All right, and then we're going to die cut those out. Grab my scissors and just cut this. So I think we need 3 of the flowers. I'm going to bring in my mini boho machine here. This is a freebie. I know what you mean, Carol. I know exactly what you mean. They are just so beautiful. And after all, it's not springtime and we need lots of flowers. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. dies. Where are the dies? Got one for this one. And I'm going to use some Post-it tape just to adhere these down. Well, I could live adventurously and try to die cut them without it. Let's see what happens here. If I can do that. Looks pretty good. Sorry about the table shaking a little bit. Okay, there's our little flowers. And let's die cut one more large one. I'm going to do the one that has the better image. So there's a bottom base plate that's white, and then there are your clear plates. One goes on the bottom and one goes on the top, and we have the small mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then we've got the larger machine, a regular size machine, that's about 6 inches wide here. All right, we'll get that out of the way. And then if you don't have the machine, a die cutting machine, you can just fussy cut these. And I'm going to trim this off a little bit here. All right. So let's get our card base here. This is dried, and I'm going to snip off across the top here. And across the bottom, this it looks like a trellis, but it isn't. Looks like hanging beads, actually. Whatever it is, we're snipping it off at the bottom. Trim it even with our cardstock. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to do one flower, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to really wrinkle this up. I want to show you girls how to do this. We're going to just take this and bend it and crush it. Open it back up and do it again. Okay, so we want to make it look like real petals, give it some dimension. I know this seems a little bit counterintuitive, but you'll see it looks really, really cool when, and then we're going to take the smaller one and lay it inside there. Open it back up and bend it the other way. Kind of a quiet day today here on the farm. It's windy and a little bit of snow showers. Lots of birds at the bird feeder. All right, so we're going to put this inside that one. Like that. And now I'm going to cut the center out of this one. Go around the smaller flower here. All right, and we're going to wad this one up too. I'm in Western New York, we're like north of Corning, where Corning Glass is, about 30 miles. And I live in a rural part of New York State. Usually when people hear I'm from New York, they immediately think city, but this is very much, we live on a farm, it's very rural with lots of wildlife. So I live between two small towns called Canisteo, which is an Indian name for like canoe on the river, and between Canisteo and Greenwood, New York. So this is, I want to cut this off here. I want this a little smaller. Okay, where are you from, Carol? Oh, you lived in Oneida? Yep, that's north of us. Oneida is. Yeah, I've lived all my life in New York. Okay, so, come on. So isn't that cool? That gives it a lot of dimension, the flower, and we need a tag to go this way. And there are no tags in this set, so I'm going to grab one that I've already got cut. Oh, let's see here. This might be too big. I think it is. Oh, maybe not. It's kind of pretty. Or this one. I think I like the bigger one. So let's stamp a sentiment on this. And we'll dice. We need some leaves too. So let's cut out some leaves first. Oh, you live in Connecticut. Okay. I have never been to Connecticut. I have ancestors that lived in Connecticut during the Revolutionary War. Okay, so there's one set of leaves. And we'll grab a set of 3 here. Usually I do this on Monday night, and I had problems with the program I was using. So the audio was way ahead of the video, and I tried 2 times to do it. I'm not sure exactly what the problem was, but I had to work yesterday, so here we are today. And I wanted to share these cards. I just love this set. Such a beautiful set. All right, so let's stamp this and use, I think thank you will fit on there. And this is a pretty big font. I do like it because the font's so big. And let's do crumb cake. I inked this pad up a couple days ago, so hopefully it will stamp good. Ah, that's okay. Thank you. There's that lovely curly font. And I am not going to use dimensionals on this. I'm just going to adhere it flat to the surface because that rose is going to be bulky enough. So we'll add, look at that, how big it is. Maybe right there. Yep. Right about like that. Thank you. And we want some leaves on there. And you can stamp the leaves and die cut them out if you want. Or you can use the designer series paper. And we need a gem in the center. So let's grab our loose gems here. There's Lost Lagoon, and I think Flirty Flamingo, the Daffodil. Let's go with, let's see here. I think the yellow, because it's the flower center. I'm just going to grab one. I'm going to put a dab here in the center of glue. And these do not have adhesive on the back of them. They're just loose gems. You could almost do 3 of those, but, and actually the gems are different sizes. So, I don't know, maybe I'll try a couple more. Let's see here. I just spilled a whole bunch. Oh, thank you, Carol. Put one there. And we need one more, like right here. I feel like I'm all thumbs here. Okay, so there's our card. I'm not going to do the inside just because of time. So there's card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. And this uses another beautiful piece of designer series paper. Well, hello, Tucker. And we're using thick basic white for the base. And I'm using a piece of, I've already adhered 3x5 designer series paper to 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. And I'm gonna just, before I put that on the card front, I'm gonna wind some crumb cake around it, or crumb cake, linen thread. And I'm using probably a good 24 inches because I wanna wind it around a couple times. And I want my bow on the left here. And actually, that is plenty. And I'm just gonna chop that off there. I'm gonna tie a knot and we're gonna wind it through. We've got some tags to put on the front of this. So I'm gonna make a knot. I'm putting my thumb on that to hold it in place, or my finger. All right, so there's our knot, and then you can move your thread around however you would like. And also, I'm just gonna run some adhesive here to tighten this up a little bit because it's a little bit loose, to hold that in place. All right, so let's do our tags. I've used the TaylorMade tags to die cut 2 of the smaller tags, and I'm going to stamp this smaller white one. I'm going to stamp I Like You on it. And again, I'm using crumb cake. Okay. Not the greatest as far as straight, but it's not too bad. I'm not a super perfect stamper. All right, and then we've got our brown crumb crumb cake tag to put behind it. And I'm just gonna pull one of these threads through both of the tags, like that. And I'm gonna tie another knot. So the dog, I have a long work ledge in my studio. And the dog, I have a chair where he can hop up and he can lay on that and look out the window at the birds. He loves to watch the birds. He'd like to be out there chasing them, I'm sure. But we don't do that. All right. Okay, so there's our tags are on there. I'm gonna, because this is sticky, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this before I finish the card. And with your seal plush, you don't need a whole long strip of the adhesive. You can do short little strips and that'll help save on it so you don't use it all up too fast. Okay, so this says I like you. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of the brown one here. So he's gonna go up just a little bit. It feels loose, like that. And our white one is, got something sticky there. Our white one is going to be like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of the white one. Just a couple here. I have a free group, Inking Joy Stampers, that anyone is welcome to be a part of it. And I also have another group I just started for encouraging others, sending cards of encouragement to others. And that's called A Wing and a Prayer Creators. And you can share requests for people that need cards of encouragement, and there's a daily devotional and prayer requests too. And anyone is welcome to join that. You have to ask, but it's free to anyone. And also I will have a monthly kit available. The PDF for that will be free. There will be a kit with a charge, but it's just enough to cover my costs for putting stuff together. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, got a little bit of sticky there. So this says I like you, and we're gonna add a few leaves. A few of the white leaves. Like right here, we'll add, actually, I think I like them on there. Maybe one there, one there. So I'm going to use the liquid glue. Just put enough on it to make it stick. It looks pretty against that crumb cake. And another one here. Oops, come on. And I'm going to add another bow on that. Or maybe I'll just make those tails and then do a bow to fill that out a little more. And I like, it's nice to do a double bow if you want to. You just put two strands together and create your bow. Pretend you're tying one bow and not 2 pieces. It is, Carol, called Wing and a Prayer Creators. I'd love to have you be a part of that if you're interested. Which I just opened it this week, and I think we've got 20 some ladies in there already, so that's encouraging. Okay, so I'm going to put the bow right there. Whoops. I'm going to try to put the bow there. And then I need to trim off that thread. Okay. Nope, it's not sticking good. I probably lost a glue dot somewhere. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm not liking all these scraggly threads. Huh. Talk about dull scissors. Okay, that's better. And let's add a couple gems to this. Yes, it does. Quote Psalm 94 or 91:4. That's the one. Okay, so we're going to add some more of those loose gems. And again, if you place an order, if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, if you place an order with me this week of $35 or more in my online store, and I will put a link for that below in YouTube in the description and below this post, and you use the host code, it will be an embedded link with a host code already in it. I'll send you the kits to make all 4 cards, plus a PDF tutorial, and if your order is $35 or $50 or more, I'll send you a package of these loose dots. Okay, so there's a few gems on there, and it says, I like you. Okay, so that's card number 2. Yes, Carol, I'd love to have you be a part of that. All right, let's go on to card number 3. This one uses a soft seafoam card base. Move some of this clutter out of the way here. And we're going to burnish that with a bone folder. Then I have a piece of the Beautiful Designer Series paper. And this is going to, again, layer on. This is similar to the first card. Similar to this, but it's going to be different. And we're going to adhere this to that white card base. And isn't that pretty too? I think that's so pretty. You know what? I'm going to put this on here because I've got the adhesive too far out on the edges. All right. So this is going to go on this. And I've got some crinkle white ribbon. And again, you would get the crinkle white ribbon from me in the kit. And again, I'm going to wind this around a couple times. like that, and we're going to tie a bow. On the edge, or towards the right or the left side of the front. Okay, so we've got that going on. Let's trim our ribbon here. And this is going to go on here. Okay. I'm going to put this right on here like this. Right. And so now we're going to use a couple of the die cut. We're going to cut a couple more die cut flowers. And I've got the leaves cut here. I might have there's the leaves. The flowers are over here. I very efficiently put them away. Okay, so these are from the designer series paper, and I've just used the flower dies to die cut these. So we want one towards the bow here. We'll put the larger one towards the bow. And I'm gonna bend it a little bit to give it some dimension. And we're gonna put a little, whoops, I just dropped a plate to my embossing machine. Put that there. Don't you just love this paper? It's so beautiful. And then let's bend this one up a little bit. And we're gonna put this one on with a dimensional, or two. Oh, probably one will be enough. Like that. And we need to add our flower centers. I'm gonna go with, we'll go with the yellow again. And I'm just gonna put a little pool of glue there. And I got that one upside down. Let's find another small yellow here. And one more. Whoops. Come on. Okay, so we've got three, we'll have three little yellow centers, or you know what the middle of the flowers look like. That one there. Okay. Oh, bugs. Don't do what I just did. And put your finger on it and move it around. Come on. Get in there. Okay. Okay, so let's add our leaves to this one. And, oops, I put it on the wrong side. Let me wipe that off and put it on the right side. And we'll put those hanging down like that. Now we're gonna do, I'm gonna get a piece of black cardstock and do some embossing on that, and I'll be right back. I gotta run and grab something. Sorry about that. Had to check the dog. Okay, black cardstock. And we're going to do some embossing on it. And this is a little embossing kit. Actually, I've got this one. But I think the smaller size will be better. And we're going to emboss hello on that. And the white embossing powder. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy and just run it over the black cardstock. And that is here. All right. And we're going to use the clear ink Versamark to stamp hello on that. All right, hello. Put this away. And I'm just going to take my white embossing powder and dump it over that. Now, after I heat emboss that, I can wipe that powder off. Okay, so we'll put this all right like that. And this I'm gonna hold the cardstock with and bring in my heat embossing tool. See that turn a pretty white, shiny white. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's cut this on a slant like that and like that. And we've got that really pretty hello. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. It's too wide. Yes, Carol. Oh, I could sell it to you, yes. Yes, I can. Message me and Yes, I'd be glad to sell it to you. I know if you're a demonstrator, you really, that's no problem. So I'd sell it for $20 plus the shipping, whatever that would be. Okay. Or the tutorial, if you just wanted the tutorial, would be $15. All right, so we're going to pop this on here. I think my husband just came in. The dog was barking. All right, so we're gonna put hello, whoops, hello on there like that. I'm not sure I like it there. Maybe there. What do you think, Carol? I wonder if it'd be better up here. So the kit would be 2 of each. This everything cut to make 2 of each of the 4 different cards plus the envelopes. There. So there, I think I like it better up there rather than down there. And then we've got one more card to do. So this card, we're going to use some of that Lost Lagoon color, and we're going to use a thick basic white cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5 again. Scored it 4 1/4 or fold it in half and burnish it. Okay, and then we're gonna adhere a piece of the Designer Series paper to that, and I'm using this one right here. This might be Pretty Peacock. I cannot remember the colors well enough to, for sure. And we're gonna add a little bit of Seal Plus on the back here. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be centered on the card like that. And then I've taken that circle die, this one right here, and I've die cut out that circle out of this piece of cardstock right here, and we're gonna adhere it to that base, and I'm gonna use the liquid glue because these sides are really thin here to add the Seal Plus. Okay, so this is going to layer on right like this. All right, so I have a piece of white, basic white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp on this with crumb cake. Let's use our hello again. There it is. Hey, Jerry. Happy Wednesday. All right, so we're gonna stamp it on there, and we're gonna pop this on with dimensionals on here. If I can find them, there they are. just like that. That one's might be showing a little. Don't you love dimensionals? They add so much. Okay, so we're going to put that down a little bit farther. Like that. And then I have some die cut leaves. Looks like I lost one along the way. Oh, there it is. All right, so our leaves are going to go on this. And I should have a set of the leaves from the designer series paper. I'm going to cut another set out. Somehow I've lost them, which is not unusual. Thank you, Jerry. We were in Honeoye Falls, Lima last night. The Canisteo varsity girls basketball team. Two of my granddaughters are on it. One is a junior and one is a freshman. And they won in the semifinals for sectionals. So they go on to play in Rush Henrietta Saturday afternoon. So that's exciting. We get to go to Rochester to see that. And my husband is assistant coach for that team. So that's lots of fun. Lots of family fun. All right, so we're going to put one of these leaves on here. And this leaf is going to go sticking kind of up like that. And then we're going to put this set of the 3 leaves on. Just like that. And we need another white leaf on there. I'll put that there. And we're going to do another bow with a linen thread. Come on. Must be my husband came in from the barn. All right, so there's our bow. We need to cut off some loops, some ends here. And then we need some glue dot. Glue dots, where are you? There. And we need some gems on that baby. So let's add some gems. So these have these nice dark gems in here. And I'll put some glue down where I want them. Let's do one there and then maybe one right there. Come on. And one more. Okay, and you could even add, I might add one there actually. And let's put another one down here. Right about there. Oops. Oh, that pink's kind of pretty. Now I'm making a mess here. Okay, so there's our fourth card. And I'll show you all the cards that we did here. And if you're interested in the free kits, you just need to place an order in my online store of $35 or more and using the host code, and I'll post that. And if your order is $50 or more, I will send you these loose gems also. You'll get the envelopes and the PDF tutorial. And there's this one, and I'm missing, oh, this one. This one I showed how to make this dimensional flower. This one has the flowers from the designer series paper and the leaves. And actually, this is this one right here. I've got a loose flower there. And I don't have the hello on it. This one is with a greener paper, and what did I do with the other one? There's one more floating around here. Oh my goodness, it's got to be right here. Where is it? That one, and it has the long die on it. The long die cut. This one. Well, anyways, you can see it at the beginning. It was the first card I did. And I probably set it over on the counter when I got up or something. Here's another one of these cards that I did a little more stamping on. And here's one with, this is Flirty Flamingo in yellow petals. So there's a lot you can do with it. Thank you, Carol. And I hope you ladies enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day. And I should be back on Monday night. So take care now.